Shalom, Yasharallah. Before we go into this lesson, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises to Yahweh, so called Halaliyam, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. So I got my phone to come back on. Yesterday, it was restarting right through. For whatever reason, it was restarting back for, like, it just coming on and coming off. Coming on and coming off. Why? I don't know. Honestly speaking, by working somewhat today, I believe, I don't know what did I find because of it fall over the case, what did I press, but the battery ran down because of it. The battery was low, and it just kept doing that until it didn't even, the battery was dead after, and it kept restarting until the battery was completely dead, which was beyond zero. So Salakia for that yesterday. Now I did 2 lessons on my mother phone and posted it up, but it didn't went through. So I say let me do it again. I'm gonna do the first lesson here, and next lesson I'm gonna do, which is going to deal with the liver, right? So this lesson is going into, I want to just, I really and truly, it's more of giving or bringing some understanding concerning the tree of life, right? Because of course people private messaged me and told me that the tree of life, what they believe is the tree of life, is an actual tree, and is an actual fruit, and that, for those who understand the scriptures, would understand that these were parabolic talks, right? And I will try to give you all an understanding to lead you into Revelation chapter 14 and verse 22. Hopefully from there you could have more understanding as to what it's really talking about, right? Now we know that the only people that was given that wisdom was starting with Adam, coming down into, I would say, starting with Adam, coming down into what? To the children of Israel, which is wisdom. Wisdom is what? This is what I say all the time. Wisdom is, I'll say it again. Wisdom is the tree of life. The tree of life is wisdom. So, let me go and give an understanding of that into Proverbs chapter 3 and verses 18. Right? Because scripture has made it as plain as possible. That she represents wisdom. It says, happy is a man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. It says, she is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. It says, for what? Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. And it says, she is a tree of life. See that? She is what? A tree of life to them that lay hold upon her. And happy is every one that retaineth her. And every one that could retain her is coming from the lineage of Adam. Adam, which passed down to his son Cain, Abel, which Cain evidently slew Abel, and then he created a next son, Salakia, and he went in onto Eve and created a next son, which was Seth, and from Seth to Enos, and from Enos coming down to what? The one that he found perfect in his generations, which was perfect, meaning upright, meaning walking in the way of the commandments. That's why he was chosen as a chosen vessel to continue the lineage, going down to what? To Seth, to Shem, from Shem into Abraham, coming straight down to Abraham, to Isaac, and to who? Jacob, that chosen seed line, giving you the children of Israel. It doesn't separate and go to the beasts of the field. It doesn't go to them. They aren't given that wisdom. They didn't receive that covenant of the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It wasn't them, which is why Psalms chapter 147 verses 19 and 20 says, He showed his words unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation, and for his judgments they have not known them. Praise Yahweh. So there's no way you could try to add in yourselves. The wisdom was given unto the children of Israel, going back up to his forefather Adam, which we know was Yahushai. Can't get around it. You can't get around it. So for you to want to make these stupid claims without understanding, clearly there's one thing you ain't doing. Because to me, as far as I understand, this is what the Bible say. Let me grab it. So Rack, let me go before you continue in this, because I want to give that understanding unto you, that you may go back and examine yourselves and begin to do the ways of Yahweh Yahushai. 1 and verse, I believe, is 20. It says, the root of wisdom is the fear of Yahweh, and the branches thereof are long life. So the root of wisdom is the fear of Yahweh, right? Because remember, what does it say? It says, all wisdom cometh from Yahweh, and is with him forever. He created that. So it comes from him. So if you want to receive that as a Jake, you must do what? Fear him. And one may ask, how does one fear Yahweh? Well, it's not hard. Like going to Sirach, same Sirach chapter 19 and verses 20. It goes straight to the point. The fear of Yahweh is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency. See? That's why the scriptures say what? The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and a good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praises endured forever. Now these are the men that are predestinated to keep these sayings via the commandments and the laws and statutes, especially in this time during our captivity, as best as we possibly can, rehearsing the righteous acts, because we know it's for a purpose. One, that we are already saved. Two, because we fear, we love, and we believe in his saying. We have faith in him. So if you can't receive it, there's nothing we could do but Yahweh Shem Yahushai. If he wills it for you to receive it after, no problem. If not, there's nothing we can do. Nothing. So, let's go back into Proverbs chapter 3, which tells you what the tree of life is. Wisdom. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her. And happy is everyone that retaineth her. And it also shows you what you read just now, what that wisdom is, which was clear as day. So let me grab an I want to grab one more precept showing you that, hey, let's see if I get it. Right, let me grab Sirach again, chapter 1 and verses 26, which says this: if thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments. See that? And Yahweh shall give her unto thee. The performance of the law gives wisdom, which is called what? The doctrine of life. Or as we see here, the tree of life. Self-explanatory through the precepts that we read. It doesn't even need to go further, but I'm going to go a little bit further to help you understand more. Let's go back into Proverbs, and let's go into Proverbs chapter, I believe chapter 11 and verse 30. Make sure I'm recording. Right. 11 verse 30, it says, the fruit of the righteous is a tree of life. Let me say it again. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life. Because we know wisdom sups with men that are obedient unto Yahweh. I'll let you grab our next precept right in Sirach self, chapter 1 and verse 16. Showing you what that is. To fear Yahweh is fullness of wisdom. To be obedient unto Yahweh is fullness of wisdom. And filleth men with her fruits. Which is what? Her fruits, which is knowledge, skill, knowledge of understanding of the scriptures and of the way of living that we're supposed to live. And of course, on the other side, receiving that what? Immortality via the new bodies. All these are fruits that we're going to receive. The children of Yasharallah on this side via the elect, which is the 144 and the tabernacle of David, the 1/3. Which deal with men, women, and children that submit themselves unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Simple as it is. Let me read it again. To fear Yahweh is fullness of wisdom. And wisdom is likened unto the tree of life. So her fruits would be what it gives. Wisdom of Solomon chapter Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 and 19. Wisdom raineth down skill and knowledge of understanding standing, and exalted them to honor, exalted them to honor that hold fast to her, to hold her fast to Lakia. Exalted them to honor, which is to greatness in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to those that hold her fast. You can't get around that, mister. What I'm saying here, is it not in scripture? Because you can't break down a simple parabolic talk in Genesis. The scriptures is made of parables, parabolic talk, parables, dark sayings. There's metaphors, allegories, all these things. At times it's also plain, but it's also hard, these things that we will have to break down to get the understanding. You can't be upset with me because you can't receive it. You understand where I'm coming from? Just because you don't have, or just because you can't understand, doesn't mean what we're saying is not correct. You have to work out your own salvation through fear and trembling. What is that fear? To fear Yahweh. How do you fear Yahweh? Through your obedience. I fear Yahweh. It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power, because I don't want to be destroyed. Also, he created me. So guess what? This is my creator, my power, and he constantly telling me that. So guess what? I love him and I fear him enough to not go away from his ways. And if that is the will of you, if that is the will of the Heavenly Father, not you. So you see, So that fruit of righteousness, which is the tree of life, we understand what it is now. The fruit of the righteous. Now we understand what that is. And what does the righteous do to make it even more concrete to you? What does the righteous do? Psalm 37 verses 30. It says, the mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. You can't get around it. You cannot get around it. Let's go back into Proverbs again. Now that we understand what that wisdom is. Now we understand what that is, what that wisdom is. We just read it, we could read it again. But now we understand. So when you go back in the fruit of the righteous, right, is a tree of life. And he that winneth souls is wise. So in understanding, to put it in proper understanding to you, Salakia, the righteous, according to what we, even though our works are like filthy rags, I would say the righteous, which is Yahweh Shem Yoshai, and I would say the elect, that were the ones that were predestinated, would be doing what? Keeping the true names, being able to break down prophecies to warn the children of Yasharallah, reminding them to rehearse the righteous acts, to turn away from this worldly desires, come out of her, because Babylon the Great is going to fall, which we see time and time again. Time and time again, we see this. Okay, the scripture says, let me grab it. I don't want to phrase it wrong. I believe it's same Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20. It says what? It says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. And these are the men that were given that wisdom to bring unto the elect. Not everybody going to receive it, because if every Jake was going to receive it, every day as they preach, they would have lined up. Every one of them would have lined up to listen and learn. It's only for the ones that could receive it. Romans 11 and 7, the elect shall receive it and the rest will be blinded. As it is written. You understand where I'm coming from? So, on Proverbs chapter 2 and verse 7 makes it even nicer. It says, he layeth up sound wisdom of the righteous. See? And he is the buckler to them that walketh uprightly. So now you understand? Now we understand what that tree of life is. Wisdom. We understand what is her fruits. We understand who have that wisdom at this point in time, and who is building up that his faith in Yahweh Shem Yoshai and receiving more and more wisdom, who are obedient unto his word, who is rehearsing the righteous acts, who is performing his duty that was given to us from the beginning. These are the men that were predestinated from the beginning. Let me grab a precept so you can continue. I think it's the same Sirach. Faithful in the womb. Is it Sirach or is it? I'm gonna go just in case. Is it Sirach? It might be Wisdom of Solomon. So let me see. Alright, 14. Sirach chapter 1 verses 14. To fear Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. So we know what we understand what the tree of life is. We understand what the fruit is. We understand what who can receive that wisdom, which is the children of Yasharala, or Israel, as we call it at this time, right? This lesson supposed to be over, but I still want to get a few more points as we hear. So bear with me as we continue. I may just stretch it too much, but bear with me as we continue, right? When they go into even Ecclesiasticus 45, 45, which is a little above 45, and I believe it's verse 26, last precept. It says, the Most High give you wisdom in your heart to judge his people in righteousness, that their good things be not abolished, and that their glory may endure forever. See? And what is thy righteousness that was speaking of here? When you go back into Psalms, I mean, we can read from before, it will tell you, but let me go into Psalms to see, because I like the hit the nail on the head precepts now. I like the direct to the point precepts. So when you go into Psalm chapter 119 verse 72, what it says here? My tongue shall speak thy words, of thy word. It says, for all thy commandments are righteousness. So when you go back into, if all thy commandments are righteousness, right? As we know, the Most High gave you wisdom in your heart to judge his people. The law to judge his people in righteousness. That is why what is sin? Transgressions of the law. Those who are committing sin will be judged according to thy law. Who are going to judge them? Yahweh and his saints, which are the elect. And as you continue going into it, like going to Sirach again, we in Sirach plenty today. That is small thing. Sirach, I think I want to read out the entire Sirach. I don't think I read all. I think I want to start over and read the whole Sirach. Everything from 1 to 51. It might take me about 4 days if I drill it. You understand? But I don't want to read it verbatim. I want to read it with understanding first, and then read it over again with more understanding. That's what I want to do. Because Sirach is a beautiful book. A beautiful book. Ecclesiasticus is a beautiful book. And the next one I also want to read is Wisdom of Solomon. Let me continue. Straight. Sirach chapter 19 and verse 19 and 16. And verse 19 it says what? The knowledge of the commandments of the commandments of Yahweh is the doctrine of life. So the commandments is the tree of life. No, is wisdom. Wisdom is the tree of life. It's also the doctrine of life. Knowledge of the commandments of Yahweh is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality, which we already went into. See? So it's completely telling you here in full understanding that fruit of the tree of life, or which is the tree of immortality, that you partake of, you would have boundless wisdom, a renewed body, because guess what? You will never be in a sinful nature ever again. The laws and the commandments will be going into what? Your inward parts, that you will never transgress his word ever again, making you live what? Forever. You will literally become immortals. See? So as we read that wisdom reigneth what? Wisdom reigneth down skill and knowledge of understanding. See? And as we said before, immortality, look, it's telling you right here. It says, they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of immortality. So people, now you understand what wisdom is and what is the tree of life is. Now you understand what the fruit is. You cannot get around it. That is why when you go into Revelations, which you can closer from this, chapter 14 and verses 22 and verses 14, it says this: blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have rights to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates in the city. That gate is for the Israelites. The commandments is given unto the Israelites. So the rights of the tree of life will be for the Israelites. And that rights of the tree of life will be that fruit that they will be able to partake of, that immortality, that boundless wisdom. The skills, the new body, everything that is going to transform you. This is the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Salakia. For us to be rulers of this earth. It was made for us. So one more time, that tree, that they might have rights to the tree of life. Let me go back into Ecclesiasticus chapter 19 and 19 and read it again. Rights to the tree of life, right? It said, the knowledge of the commandment of Yahweh is the doctrine of life, and they that do the things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality, that they may receive. So like, let me get an example. I want to butcher it. It says, right, that they may have rights to the tree of life. Straight to the point. And they that do the things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. Now you understand. The tree of life, the tree of immortality. Come on. Straight to the point. You can't deny it. It's undeniable at this point. And may enter in through the gates into the city, which is for the children of Israel, us. I say it again, which is for who? For us. It's not for y'all. Hard lucks. The 12 gates with the 12 names of the children of Israel is not for other nations. The heathen nations are talking about. It's for only the children of Israel. That's why the bloodline matters. If your father goes back to Israel, to Jacob, the seed line, once it goes back to, even if he may not appear to be a Negro, a Latino, a Native American, a Amerindian, American Indian, you understand? Guess what? Once your seed line or your lineage goes back to Jacob, you're safe. Game over. You're inside. But of course, there's more aside from that. So, I hope this lesson was edifying. I hope you get the understanding. For those who did not, for those who couldn't, let me say the right way. For those who, I want to say the correct way, but for those who was saying, for those people that was saying that the tree of life is not the wisdom and the fruit of the cases and it's an actual tree and it's an actual apple, actual fruit, Salakia. You're wrong. There is a tree of life here. Now you understand. Go into the lesson, get the understanding. That's your tree of life. Wisdom and the blessings or the gift that is presented with it. So, I hope this lesson was edifying. And we say, Shalom Yasharala, Kal Halalyam, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rekakwadash. Again, we give double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of JMS Campus and our great millstone for the bring forth the 100% should be currently edified under. I just want to say shalom to the elect tabernacle of David. I am your boy Kazak Yasharala. Before I say to you shalom, remember this, that the words which the Most High spake, they are spirit and they are life. Once you understand that, and the commandments are everlasting, I'm gonna grab that one. I think I don't want to say that one. I might remember correctly, but let's say and get straight to the point. It says, "And I know that His commandment is life everlasting." That is what I want to say. Life. His commandments is what? Life everlasting. So those who are to receive that, whosoever shall believe it in Him shall not perish but have everlasting life. This is going back into what? The commandments. If it wasn't given for you to do, which is only the children of Israel concerning the first covenant and the second covenant, which is going to be given unto the children of Israel alone. If that is not a part of your thing, hard luck for you. There's nothing you could do. Because the commandments is life. It's spirit and it's life. And guess what? As we read just now, it's life everlasting. One more time, let's read it again before you close off. 12 and verse 50. This is the words of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. I know that His commandment is life everlasting. So in order to get that everlasting life, you must be of the seed line of Israel. That is why the scripture says, and Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall be not ashamed nor confounded, world without end, because they were given the commandments from the beginning, and it continues until Yahweh's return, when they are going to diligently keep it properly without fault. When they get that new bodies, nothing to worry about, tell them to teach again. All it is going to be over. Everybody will know who they are and where they stand for. They will know exactly how to keep these things correctly. It would not be a problem to them anymore. So, this is Kazak Yasharala saying to you, Shalom.